Well, very enthusiastic and energetic day two practice, and one thing's for certain, they don't lack energy, and they play hard and they play fast. At least they do in helmets. So we'll find out Tuesday if that carries over to pads. But a really enjoyable day out on the turf, and much better weather. That certainly helps some. But I love the way they compete against each other. We need to hurry up and get in pads because it's getting a little too much for me in helmets. And I think they're ready to do something besides tag off. So, exciting to see us out there on the field today. Thought we had a much sharper practice than yesterday. So some of the rust we saw yesterday, got that cleaned up, and so excited for next week.
Clearly, when there's no pads, it's tough to tell a lot. But skill work, can you tell with the receivers versus DBs, that sort of competition?
Yeah, it's a competition, and I think there's better ability there. I say that, and a lot of the guys have been here for a couple of years. They're older, and they're more developed, and they're playing much faster. And so it's been fun to watch those matchups. Shane Calhoun had another really solid day today. Had some impressive catches both in Skelly and team. So in addition to our wideouts, I think we've got some other guys on offense that are going to be solid weapons.
Go ahead.
In year three, when spring practice does come to a close, what would have to happen for you to just be ecstatic with where your team's at?
Well, I think seeing us improve upon what we had on the field to finish the fall, seeing us really playing at a high level together on each side of the ball as separate units and executing at a high level. I think those things right there is what you really want to be excited about. Continue to see the development of our offensive line and our defensive line, because those are two areas that we really had to address when I got here. So I think those are the things that you're excited about, is the potential that you have with all these players back from a year ago.
Coach, as you continue to put the stamp of physicality on this team, are they eager to hit each other? Are you having to pull them back? How does that?
We need to hurry up and get in pads. That's because of that competition. So I would be very disappointed if we don't have an exciting practice on Tuesday. And we're going to have, I told them every day that we're in pads, we're going to have some type of competition. And anytime with this bunch, what we've turned into is anytime you have a competition where you put something on it, they go at each other. And so I think that you're going to see a pretty physical spring from that standpoint. And I do think because of that, I've got to be very strategic with how much of that stuff we do, too.
We talked about the SMU game, kind of how important that would be for off-season momentum. It's a ways removed now, but have you felt the energy of that win maybe carried through the offseason?
I wished your media access would have been the last 30 minutes of practice, and you wouldn't even ask me that question. It's, offense makes a big play, and it's euphoric on that sideline. Defense has a pick six. The whole team charges the field. And just the energy on the normal plays. They play hard. They play together. They have good positive vibes with each other. So I'd say the way we finished the season last year really set us up well going into spring practice. And very pleased with the first 2 days.
Can you update us on Ryan Jones' status right now?
Well, Ryan's suspended currently. He is in the middle of some return to play stuff. He was out there in the practice facility with us. He is not participating in practice yet. But he's done what we've asked him to do so far. He's got to go through some stuff both legally and with the school, in addition to us. But we all make mistakes. He made one. He's owned it, and so now he's in the middle of working his way back.
You guys made a lot of position changes this offseason. How have those guys adapted to that? And I know that's something else that we'll be seeing better in pads, but early on, have you seen
anybody specific we want to talk about?
Maybe Jeremy Lewis, Demetrius Mooney, those two in particular.
I think Jeremy has been really impressive the first 2 days, and he's playing a position that requires a lot of physicality. So I think Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday is going to be important for him next week. But he looks like he belongs at that rush position, and certainly, smart player, plays with edge. He brought that to us offensively, but I think he's a lot more comfortable at rush than he ever was at tight end. Demetrius, maybe a little bit tougher of an adjustment because going from a tailback to down safety, it's just the terminology and the reads and the coverages. It is not for lack of effort. It is not for lack of enthusiasm or ability. I mean, I think we've got to find the right spot for him, and he's such an incredible character person. He's an important guy for our program. So I want to still give it some more time there. Because I think next week when we put the pads on, I think that'll probably, that suits him a little bit better.